Hello guys, today I want to talk about my favorite movie Interstellar, which I have watched for at least 5 times. Yeah, so this movie was released at 2014 when I was in middle school. At the first time I watched, I didn't really understand, but it really attracted me. So I want to review about it. It's about science and space, especially. Okay, so here's the production company, Warner Bros. Pictures. And the director is Christopher Nolan, which is my favorite movie director. Okay, so let's see. First of all, picture of this lovely picture between Cooper, which is the main character, and Murphy, his daughter. Um, and this picture is when Cooper didn't Cooper before the sorry, before Cooper leaves the Earth for the mission, and this is when Cooper came back to the Earth, um, and Murphy was this old, became a grandma. So this is odd, right? Because this movie actually talks about gravity and the relation to the time. Okay, so I want to talk about um, climax of this movie. So Cooper actually gets near to the. By the way, spoiler alert. So Cooper gets near to the black hole. Before getting to black hole, he actually experiences different planets that have significantly higher gravity than the Earth. So there was one planet that has too large gravity that um, the wave was um, way much higher than a tsunami we've ever seen in history. So yeah, by experiencing those high gravity, he actually experiences um, slower time relatively than Murphy. So I want to talk about black holes in sin. So let's talk about black hole first. What is black hole? So as far as I understand, black hole it was a star. It was a super big star that which has high gravity, way much bigger than the Earth. We can deduce this um, by knowing the formula that Fg equals G times planet 1, planet 2, mass of planet 1 and planet 2 over R squared. Although R is going to be bigger since it's a big planet, the mass is relatively huge. So knowing this, black holes actually gets created when it cannot um, it cannot hold it cannot hold its gravity, that big gravity, that it actually becomes um, become more compact and actually gets to the one point because it has high gravity, and then it explodes. With that explosion, there's gonna be the illusion of the space and time, but still has a high gravity. So knowing that fact, when Cooper gets near to the the black hole, he experiences a huge, tremendous amount of gravity. Then his time gets slower than people on the Earth. That's why when he gets to the Earth, he faces Murphy, her daughter, who is older than him, which is kind of ironic. But this is actually based on Einstein's relativity, um, and this is actually a very popular because it really interests me, at least, that the time can go differently based on the gravity. So this is the next level than we learned during the class, but we can actually um, deduce this with this formula because r becomes smaller and smaller, so it gets to infinity. Um, by the way, this is my deduction, so it might be wrong, but eventually FG gets bigger. Um, Also, another thing that I was really interested is that um, they didn't specifically mention that their spaceship becomes faster and faster, but there was a scene that when they get closer to the planet, um, we the sound effect that represent the spaceship is accelerating can be observed. Um, I can relate this to centrifugal force of object that when the radius gets smaller as the spaceship gets near to the planet, um, centrifugal force increases as centrifugal acceleration also increases. This makes this makes the spaceship accelerate, and we can observe this by hearing the sound effect um, outside of spaceship. Thank you so much.